So I want to sometimes you let it work out. Here's the thing. I'm going to let her leave. Actually, yeah. Hey, actually, not yet. Sit down. Penny, right? In this pack is the most dominant female, and she doesn't have what keeps people polite. What keeps dominant people polite is having other dominant dogs around her that are going to check her. Otherwise it becomes tyrannical because it's so unequal, right? So no one's here to check her in this pack, and she acts silly, she acts out of line. It's like when somebody's too cocky, they're too big, their ego's bigger than who they actually are, and then somebody who's actually is bigger than they are, whether they come off that way or not, puts that person in check, basically. Whether it's like, it could be anything. An expert who says they're this but it's not, and then an intellectual comes by and lets them understand where they're really at. It's happened to me. You think you're bigger than you are. It's probably happened to all of us. That's a healthy thing. Sometimes life does it, but no one's here to do it for Penny in this case. So Penny's out of line, so I need to check Penny. That's my responsibility. And so I want to facilitate that. And then basically, because Millie's the new girl, and then they're similar energy, she's not a weak dog. And so, of course, it's going to be dramatic, but so if no one's going to check Penny, I'm going to check her. And then if she's not trying to listen, then I wait for it to escalate, and then I just basically freak out on them. And then that shuts the whole thing down. And then that moment when it turned into a fight or started to go toward that direction, that becomes imprinted as a very negative moment because of my reaction. And then they're like, okay, we're going to agree to disagree. So either you're going to get along, these are basically the options. You're going to get along, have some sort of relationship or some sort of relating to each other, or you determine basically, hey, look, we're not going to get along and we cannot fight, so we're just going to give each other space. And they can't fight because they will have tried to at some point, and I'll freak out on them. Make that negative, very negative. That's another story about how to do that. You want to get out in advance of it. You don't need to wait for it to be a full-blown fight. They're going to let you know, hey, we're going to go into fight. They're going to let you know that before that happens. You could stop right there and shut it down. It's like you don't need to wait. If you find out terrorists are going to blow something up, you don't need to wait for it to happen. You catch them on the way toward it, red-handed though, whether it's anybody about to commit any crime. Far enough into it that the association is made with the act that they're doing. It's like guys get out of the car with ski masks and you stop them right there outside the bank. You don't need to wait for the rest. But yeah, that's basically it. So if they can either get along or agree to disagree, and if they agree to disagree, that's a healthy social response as well, and that just means they're going to have a relationship of space and distance, and that's it.